Hey, how everybody doing? Good day to everybody. Good day to everyone, one and all. And I just want to big up my subscribers, them, and I thank you. Well, I realized I would have like 250 subscribers, but if I put out a video, is not even half that. But still, yet, I want to still thank you all for viewing and for watching. Respect the topic. Just continue for me now to share and to like and to subscribe, please and thanks. I did have a goal for the end of the year. Nothing is impossible. I did want to reach 1,000, but nothing is impossible. You never can tell what happened. But I love doing this part. Why I love doing this is because of mental health issue, and that is the topic that I want to speak on. I don't know how long this video is going to take. If it gone over the amount, I will try to make a one and a two part. Depends. All right, because it's a long topic for me, and I just want to share my experience that I experienced with mental issue, and why I led to talk about it is something that I was going to talk about, but why I really led to talk about it now. I guess you all heard about Miss Jamaica Universe, Tyra. A couple days ago, Wednesday night, I was in a pharmacy, and the 7 o'clock news that is in Jamaica. Saw the news that she committed suicide. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it, because I always admire her. You know how she's just natural beauty. And I have to really listen to the news. Everybody in the pharmacy was, what is that, the girl? And I said, oh my God, yes. And I said to myself, I wonder why she ended up committing suicide. However, when I reached home now and I went on the social media platform, I realized that, she did put out some videos, contemplating and, how did I feel like if she take her life. And at the end of the day, she was saying like nobody care, and, go where them that really say, miss her or talk about it is when she actually do the act. And I'm saying that people that say she crying out for help and nobody hear her, nobody come at her rescue and whatever. I am just here to talk about my issue that I have. Yes, I have mental issue too as well, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not no madman for sure. I'm not a madman. If you look into yourself, and if you are saying to yourself that you go through a lot and you struggle a lot, up and down, whether with the relationship, whether with children, your business, your finance, and if you look into that and to see the toll that it took on you, you have a mental issue. Some people case might are different from some people, physically they gone bad. That's, them want to hurt either themselves or hurt people. Some people go into depression stage. It's like you have different stages of mental issue. You have some that you can control and some that you don't. But my mental issue doesn't stem from I having children or I am in a relationship. Oh, I found out that I have it a long time from I was probably 8 years old. I can remember. And this mental issue that I developed, and it come right through up, and even now I'm speaking to you. Yeah, it's my environment that I was growing up in. Yes, as everybody know, if you listen to my story, you know that I come from Tivoli. And back then, in those days, especially with the politics, that's why I am against violence when it comes on to politics. You see why I have to talk how I talk against PMP and them regime that they have, because I grew up under a system, a PMP system, where gunshots rang, police, invading our homes, beating our parents. I see people got killed in front of me and whole lot of things. And because of that, I was traumatized from then. My nose used to bleed, and what the doctor said why my nose used to bleed is because look at me, have stress. Yes, sometimes they used to have to send me away to my grandma, because as soon as I hear one gunshot, I will start I start to get, and that thing take a toll on me. Mhm. Until now, even when I was a young teenager, still living down there, still going through a lot, because a garrison area, and you can't come out of this, you come out strong, you learn a lot, may I tell you. It's what me I say. So even growing up down there and coming out to be a strong woman, it helped kind of carve me. You understand me, kind of make me can stand up for myself and defend myself. And but the gunshot, I did really, really, really afraid of gun and gunshot. You know, it's like you get up, you hear a gunshot, you go to your bed, you hear a gunshot. You understand me? And sometimes you don't even know where them a come from. You can hear pish on, pish on, pish on, boom, 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 boom. All you know, you just have to duck. Duck can't take cover. It's like I grew up in Vietnam. But anyway, I found out that it stemmed from there now. During my adult life now, starting to have children, in a relationship with my children them father, you know, whole heap of trauma, honestly speaking. Some of the things them we can't even disclose. Yeah, I can't disclose some of the things them. Probably if I write a book, I probably can put some stuff in there. But after experiencing a lot of trauma and a lot of drama and everything down in the community that I grown in Tivoli, then decided now to come out of Tivoli and live on my own. It didn't stop, what happened now, I ended up in an abusive relationship before I even get married and have children. I have 3 children, and that's now it's what I was coming from, the era that I grew in, and have this with me. I didn't know still. I didn't know. Then come into a relationship now, which I was being violent, all kind of abuse, physical, emotionally, verbally, sexually abused. So that just add on, and the drama and the dramatic that I've been through, okay, that add on and it. And I walk with that for a very long time and try to compress my feeling, try to hide a lot of things that I was going through, just always saying to myself, go there, be strong, try to get over it, try to just put it back, don't remember it, block it out. Now after having my 3 children and still be in the abusive relationship. Because when I mean abusive too, I mean like him having different woman. You understand me? That again, you know, that is emotional pain you're feeling, emotional scars. You understand me? And still yet now, when I decided now that I am going to step out, I'm going to leave with 3 children, I ended up giving my life to the Lord. Ended up giving my life to the Lord now. And not when I said the church forced me or anything, because they didn't put a gun to my head. You understand me? I could say no, but still yet, I just got saved, and I did have this zeal for God. I would have this compassion for Jesus Christ. So I just want to make sure, say, whatsoever I'm doing the right thing and following Christ. So when they said no, say I cannot live with my baby father and being a Christian after married, I did decided the same house that I'm living in. I decided to, okay then, I am going to leave this house and I'm going to buy a little apartment for myself, me and my 3 kids then. But at the time we wasn't married, he was my baby father. He said, no, I must stay. I must stay. He will leave. I said, okay. What happened? He went and asked my pastor for my hand. And nobody didn't ask me anything if I didn't want it. And when I found out, you know, that is the next old testimony that I have to share. When I found out, I just accept it, you know, because at that time I trying to be humble. But nevertheless, they know that I was causing more problem, and them time they may have a mental problem and I didn't even know. And but get married now. And to me, it's like it just keep on adding and adding and adding on it. Get married, serving the Lord. The same year I got saved, that is 1997, the January. The April of that year I got married. And getting married, problem didn't solve. Didn't solve none at all. Abuse verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally, especially emotional abuse is a terrible thing, because when you can't fight something that you can't see, and it's your mind that will tear you apart. Both woman and man, because we do hurt each other feelings, you know, especially when it comes to a relationship. And it didn't stop there for me, because I thought I did marry for better, but the better part come out of the vow is the worst. And worse is not a worst thing with the person, is what toll it have on me. Anyway, try to make it work, because I say, you know, God. And what happened? We leave from this home and he went elsewhere to live in a bigger, more space and everything place. And I thought everything would have be okay, because then know that place would have come like anybody dream house. It wasn't my dream house, but it was coming like anybody dream house, because swimming pool, jacuzzi, everything, you name it, it was there. Me driving fancy car and everything, it was all there, but the mental it was tearing me up inside. But as what I said, I put everything behind me. I put everything behind me. I blacked out what I must blacked out, and just focusing on being happy and having children. And then one of the things now I ended up, I'm in the marriage. The first 3 kids was out of wedlock, and the next 2 now was married, you know. And it didn't stop. Probably the domestic violence, it kind of ceased, like, because now we're living, you know, society. He worked, I worked. The both of us don't even see each other often. Yeah, so that's why the domestic violence probably kind of cool down. It's not like every day we would have fight or what. You understand me? Probably out of the year 3 time or 2 time, but that's still we're not supposed to fight. Period. None at all. All right then. So I want you not to get it. Not put hand on each other. No time at all. Okay, and it still continue. And in '04, not '04, '03, '03, when the domestic violence back, I ended up in hospital. Yes, I ended up in hospital, and because of the domestic violence. And what happened to me when I did end up in the hospital, I get a panic attack. And so when you get a panic attack, it's a very dangerous thing mentally. I ended up getting a panic attack. Getting the panic attack now, I was discharged from the hospital. And what happened, they put me under some medication because my blood pressure sparks, my heart was racing fast. And in order now to make sure that I'm okay, they have to give me these pill we like. They say you can get drowsy, but listen to me, the way how the pill affected me, I couldn't even drive. It's like I was a zombie. I didn't like taking it, but I have to take it because I remember for almost 2 weeks I don't talk. And I have to get somebody to carry my children to school and go for them, or him same one with wheat. And I remember when I went on the veranda that before I have my 5th child, on the veranda, not talking. I just used to just tell the kids them for one or whatever. And after 2 weeks into 3 weeks, I realized that it's so you can go down. Because yes, not lying to you, suicidal come to thought. Yes, to take my life. I remember I was driving, coming down Red Hills, and when I touch Queen Hill, I touch on Queen Hill, and if anybody know Queen Hill, you know when you before you reach Perkins Boulevard, you're coming down that it's like you're going down in a valley, but it's not really you're going in a valley, and then you have a little lookout point there, and the thought come, drive right over there, everything will finish. Your hurt and your pain, your kids will be okay. And when that thoughts come to me, instead I went over the cliff. I drive straight to Portmore to a dear friend of mine. And I was pregnant too. I drive straight over Portmore here. And I tell her, help me, because I want to kill myself. I can't take this abuse. I can't take this life anymore. And she prayed with me. She prayed with me and everything, that I calmed down and I could go back home. That was when I was pregnant with my 4th child. And after that, things happen again. And because of the church telling me that I can't divorce, and I must pray and everything. And I just want to be a faithful servant of God. I stayed. But it didn't stop. It did not stop. When I realized that time when I went to the hospital, and I realized that I'm going into a depression. Because some of us, we can't stop ourselves, you know. Yeah. Your willpower have to be strong. You have to have a strong willpower. Oh, you get your willpower to be strong. Meditate a lot and call upon God. Yeah, and always find somebody to talk to. Because my willpower was strong, I couldn't allow depression to let me commit suicide or to let me stay in a depression mood and ending up turning mad, a mad woman. I said to myself, I can't. After 3 weeks in a depression stage, I could allow myself to get there, but I said no. Only thing I didn't know at the time clicking in my head, because I'm a prayer warrior, you understand me, it was the 23rd Psalms, where before I turned Christian, I know it by heart. Because we in Jamaica, you know, in Yaga school, the 23rd Psalm, you have to say it over and over. And I was just saying that in my mind. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pasture. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they may comfort me. And may I tell you, I keep on saying that until the next morning. I know a good friend of mine is a bishop now. At the time he was a pastor. I went to his house. We were living on Red Hills together, and I explained to him what I've been through. I ended up in the hospital. The doctor said I have a panic attack. I tell him about the 3 weeks depression that I'm in. I'm telling him about me. I planned suicide for drive over cliff and everything. And you know, he said to me, he shake his head and said, the Lord love you. And I said to him, what do you mean the Lord? I know that the Lord love me. What do you mean? And he said, him know people who have been through this stage, teachers, lawyers, you name it, and they don't recover. They don't recover. They're walking on the road mad. The family have to put them in Bellevue or whatever. They don't recover. But to know that you could say to yourself, you're going to get help, you're not going down this road, and you can come to me. And I went to him and he prayed with me, and after that, I ended up getting pregnant. I'll tell you, I was on the medication, and the medication knocked me away. I love my child, I love him, but he think I don't love him. That the one with the mild autism. Yes, and this succumbs my child ending up with mild autism, because I was taking the medications and I did not know that I was pregnant, because his father, he would have, without my consent, because I was a zombie. You understand me? And I think he take advantage of me, because I think I couldn't help myself. I was just lying down in the bed, stiff like a zombie. Yeah, that's how I was. And it's when I realized, and coming out of the depression and everything, and then said to myself, I want a divorce, because if I stay in this thing here, I'm going to get mad or do something that I don't want to do to myself. I ended up leaving my children then. That time now, I found out that I was pregnant. Yep. And basically I was like 3 months to 4 months pregnant, and I'd have to keep it. I couldn't do nothing. I have to keep it. I have to bring the baby. And that was in 2003. And in 2004, when I was like 6 months pregnant, I should say, he ended up getting arrested. Yeah, that is my ex-husband. He ended up getting arrested. Then you can imagine now. And at the time to when this happened, I was seeking a divorce. We was actually going to partially separated. Although I know that I'm pregnant, I did willing to have my child on my own, you know, because I see where it is going. And then after that, after him get incarcerated, no, you know, me and 5 children, I did have to